Hi guys, welcome to Mrs. Crozier's Library Time. Every day I'm going to come to you, read you a story, have a little talk about some of the books that we have here in the library, just so that we keep up with our reading while you guys aren't here at school. So to start with, today I'm going to read you one of my favourite stories. The story is called Mr. Huff. It's by Anna Walker. And this particular book was voted to be the Children's Book Council Book of the Year in 2016. If we have a little look at the back cover at the blurb first, turn the book around, it says, Bill is having a bad day. Mr. Huff is following him around and making everything seem difficult. Bill tries to get rid of him, but Mr. Huff just gets bigger and bigger. Then they both stop and a surprising thing happens. So let's look back here at the front cover. If you can see there, but there's Mr. Huff. Who is Mr. Huff? It's a funny name, Huff. I don't know anybody called Mr. Huff. And he's not really a person by the looks of it. I don't know what kind of creature. What do we think he is? Do we think he's scary? Does he look unhappy? Who is the boy down here, I wonder? Let's have a little look inside. And in here we can see there's lots of buildings, and it looks to me like there's somewhere in a city somewhere. You can't really see a lot of trees or paddocks or green. And it's interesting, the choice of colour that she's got here in this story. Lots and lots of grey, lots and lots of soft greys and soft browns. I hope you can see that okay. When Bill woke up, he looked out of his window. He couldn't find his favourite socks. I don't know if you notice here. Like a little cloud above his head. Oh no. Stupid dog. He spilled the milk and his cereal was soggy. Look. I'm not going. He had a bad feeling about the day. And if you notice here, our little cloud has gotten bigger and bigger. He didn't want to be rained on. He didn't want to be late. Children were shouting, a dog was barking, and Bill frowned. It's a little bit like that outside here today. And you notice again, this little cloud is getting much bigger. Oh no, here we go. His footsteps echoed. Everybody was already in class. Now that cloud has changed. It's even got little eyes and a mouth, feet. Bill wished he could sit somewhere else. It looked as if somebody wanted his chair. Or was he just imagining things? Bigger again. She looks a little bit scary, but also a little bit sad, I think. Sigh. Was it possible to hear a sigh in your imagination? What do you think? Everybody actually hears a sigh in their own head. No missing him now. Bill didn't want to talk about the thing that was following him. For some reason, it made him feel sad. And when he did try, no words came out. You're taking up all the room. And he waited for it to go away. But, oh my goodness, It didn't. He's even going to sleep having that worrying thought. If he could only just make it disappear, he would feel much better. It made Bill tired, trying hard to ignore this thing. Are you still there? Seriously? He tried to be brave. Rawr! But really, he felt scared. And Bill wondered if he would be like this forever. Stop! Huff, huff, huff. Go away! I hate you, Mr. Huff. I wish you were never here. My goodness. Bill saw his reflection in Mr. Huff's tears. I wonder why Mr. Huff's crying. He's sad too. For a moment, everything was still. He's trying to make him feel better. Let's go home. Bill took Mr. Huff by the hand. Together, they walked through the puddles, and in the afternoon light, the pavement glistened. I notice here, all of a sudden there's a little bit more colour in the illustrations. Children were laughing and a dog was barking, and Bill smiled. Oh my goodness, where did he go? Look how much smaller he is here. And I can see that there's lots of blue sky being reflected in all those windows. And the next day, when Bill woke up, he looked out his window and the day was cloudy with a chance of sunshine. So a chance of sunshine. Then I don't know whether you can see, but there's Mr. Huff, and he's just a tiny little thing, part of his patchwork blanket that he's got there. So I hope you enjoyed Mr. Huff. I think all of us are feeling a little bit like Mr. Huff at the moment, is staying at their house. People are thinking about lots of things and people are worried about things, but just like Mr. Huff, all things that we worry about, they have an answer or a solution, or they come to an end at some point. I'll talk to you later. I'll share another book with you tomorrow. Bye, Tarro.